Pradipuranaanam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Logashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhatarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punaha Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Beta Vibhakine Yomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Gukaro Anthakaro Vairukarastan Nivartakaha Andhakara Nirodhitvad Guruditya Vidhiyate Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavathitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mutamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi Nahi Rakshadi Dukrinkarane Kate Kanta Dhanakata Chinta Vatulakim Tavanasti Niyamta Trijagati Sajjana Sankati Reka Bhavati Bhavanavatarane Nauka. Once more. Sloka number 30. Kate Kanta Dhanagati Chinta Vatulakim Tavanasti Niyamta Trijagati Sajjana Sankati Reka Bhavati Bhavanavatarane Nauka Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mutamate. So, in order to create the dispassion towards this material world, that's the basic value to study the knowledge about oneself. Without that basic qualification, dispassion, certain understanding about the limitation of the material things is called a dispassion. Whatever material things, what we enjoy, what we see in our day-to-day life, which comes according to our prarabdha and karma phala, those things are subject to destruction. Those things are not filled with happiness. Those things are capable of making me suffering. This understanding about those material things can only bring a certain amount of dispassion in one's life. Without dispassion, vairagyam, it's not very easy to continue with the spiritual pursuit or to listen the teachings of Vedanta or the Guru. Yes, not everybody comes to this pursuit with a certain amount of dispassion. But after coming to this spiritual pursuit, one needs to work on that. one needs to cultivate dispassion towards the material. I cannot be wavy in this material pursuit. I should have a proper boundary, a proper decision towards the material. For that understanding, Adi Shankara is repeating the experiences of a person who live in this world, so that those understanding can make the person to see in the full vision about this dramatic material world. So in this shlokan, we already saw that in the previous slogan, the most of the people don't give up the burden of desires. Even at the last moment, they will be thinking about their daughter or their son or their grandson. Oh, he didn't get the job. He didn't get a nice broom or bride, you know. Groom and bride are all the things, these things will be always rotating in one's head, you know, very much indulged in this material world will make them to think only material things in the day-to-day life. They can listen to the Tirupugal, they can listen to Oduvargal songs, they can listen to a lot of Shankara's Stotram, Shankara's Vedantic teachings. Still, this burden of desire is very much heavy and very much deep rooted in the mind. So that they are not, there is no easy way to coming out of that situation. In the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, an important sloka is presented by Lord Krishna. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyande kalevaram. That sloka, I will give you the brief meaning of the sloka. That sloka says that when you give up your body with the thoughts in the last moment regarding a material thing, if you are giving up the body by thinking the material things in the last moment, the very next birth will be connected to that material thing. That means the samsara will continue. As long as the last thought is going to be a thing which is in the material world, that much time we need to go through the samsara, through this death and birth cycle. When we are indulged, when we are habituated to think a lot of material things again and again and again in our day-to-day life, at the last moment, apart from these things, no thoughts will come. We will be thinking any one of this material thing. Maybe wife, maybe husband, maybe children, maybe my car, maybe my half-constructed house, whatever it may be. That will give another ride through this death and birth cycle, again and again. So, one should be careful. One should be alert in this world while living, that what pattern of thoughts are governing me? Am I Am I centered in thoughts of material things, or I am connected with the spiritual teachings and other knowledge which are presented in Vedanta? One should always be alert of that. If we are going along with the material things in our day-to-day life, of course, 24 hours, even though we have 8 hours or 6 hours, we will sleep. Then 18 to 17 hours, we are awake. Almost 16 hours, we will be dealing with the material things. 1 hour or 2 hours, we will be dealing with the spiritual things, like listening the classes, or doing some puja, or doing some japa. So what type of thoughts will be governing your mind? This is what I want to ask you. Majority of your time is consumed by material things. Very less time you spend for spiritual teachings. Then those thoughts which you dealt with the material things will be there at the last moment also. Not the spiritual thoughts which you spend a very little time in your life will be coming at the last moment. So I want you to correct that patterns, So whole day you continue with the japa with your mind. If you like Shanmukam, Om Shanmukaya Namah. If you like Krishna, Om Krishnaya Namah. If you like Shiva, Om Shivaya Namah. Whatever Devata you are connected, you please do that chanting inside your mind while doing your material things. In the empirical world, this is the first step. Your mind is connected with a Lord, even though you are dealing this material world. This is the first thing you have to do as a first step. That will make a lot of changes. Even at the sleep, that japa which you have done while you are awakened, the same thought will come even in the sleep. Om Shivaya Namah. Om Shivaya Namah. Om Shivaya Namah. Om Ganeshaya Namah. Om Ganeshaya. Any thought, it can be. Which Devata you like. Om Parashakti Namah. Om Murukeshaya Namah. Any Devata, but you connect with your mind. This is something very important. That will help you to tie your mind to a Devata all 24 hours. Just like keeping a cow tying to a small stick which is piled in the earth, gocharam, we call it, to a iron stick which is already piled into the earth, and you tie the cow so that the cow will be always roaming around that diameter only of the rope. Similarly, the mind, even though deal with a lot of material things, still that mind will be always soaked in this name of Lord. Something very important. Here in this shloka, what I have told up to this is a big connection. There is a big connection for that, for this shloka, what I have told now. Always our thoughts will be regarding my husband, regarding my wife, regarding my children, regarding my car, regarding my shoes, regarding my shirt, regarding my job, regarding my career. All the way, even if you're retired in your life, there will be a group of thoughts which will be governing. So here in this shloka, it says that the thoughts regarding money, the thoughts regarding about the relationships, the family members, what they can constitute in your life. When you depart from this body, what they are going to constitute in your life. What help they will do in your next birth or after life of departure of this body. What they will constitute really. You want to think about that. It's all already programmed. Whether you think or whether you didn't think about that, it's all already programmed. A wife, according to your own personality and your mind, it's all programmed. The money, it's all programmed. There is a Hindi proverb, Dane dane mein khane wale ka naam likha hai. In each and every grain, the name is written, who will eat this? Similarly, when the money is printed in the authorized printing press of government, that money has already written to whom it will goes, and after that to whom it will goes, and after that, the bothering about all these family members, about this money, about other matters, will not constitute anything personally for your growth after this departure of this body. This is the first point you have to know that. They don't constitute anything in your life. They can give some ego satisfaction while you are living. A good wife, a good husband, a good children who are working in US, who are working in London, who are working in New Zealand, whatever it may be. There is a ego satisfaction, that's all. Nothing more than that. They are not going to help you when you have some problem. Immediately, they cannot come and help you, Of course, if you get a lockdown, that's all. You are just stuck in one single room. Even you cannot go out. What to talk about the person to come near to you? So what I'm telling, open your eyes according to the Shankara's vision. Shankara is not against of earning the money. Shankara is not against any family relationships. Shankara is not against marriage. Shankara is not against any of your golf club or any of your material lifestyle. The point is, you will not give up your comfort zone even after listening to these Vedantic teachings. We will stick with our comfort zone. We don't come out of our comfort zone. We can listen Vedanta and you will discuss with the person, oh, I used to attend Bhaja Govindam online class. I used to listen this class. It's not for that. It's not for an ego satisfaction, really speaking. There is something to do within yourself. One need to really come out of all these limitations, all these crushes, supporting things of the life. Those things can help you as long as you have a body. After this body, they will go to somebody. After giving up this body, they don't have any role with this, your body, in your life. They will go to somebody. Shankara wants you to focus to the right goal from all these things. This is the only point Shankara wants to give through this shloka. First two lines. Whatever things already programmed in your life will come to you without your knowledge or without your prayers. It will come already because of your karmas will attract. The karma pala will come towards you. I already mentioned a few slokas before. Kuduttu Vaitavan, a person who has already distributed a lot of money in the previous birth. They will all come together at one single moment called luck. Selvam Kumindadu. The whole money comes to you because you already given the money in the previous birth for different people as a donation, as a contribution, as a support, as something to help them. Those money will directly comes towards you in the right time. In this birth. Then we call him Kuduttu Vaitavan. Bhagyava, a fortunate. Similarly, you do your things properly. You study properly. You do your job properly, sincerely. Because through the job, you are not going to satisfy your boss. You are satisfying the Lord. Boss may satisfied with your things. Boss may not get satisfied with your things. Nothing wrong on that. You be sincere with your work. You may get blamed. You may get interrupted by the people when you do the right things. These are all normal procedure in the track of dharma. These things will happen for everybody. When you are a dharmic person, you have to meet with a lot of obstacles. When you are an adharmic person, you will grow easily. This is the normal procedure of this material world. The more you cheat somebody, more you loot somebody, more you are greedy in this world, you are a millionaire. When you don't donate anything to anybody, your money will accumulate in your side, then you are a millionaire. Without a selfish mentality, nobody can become a millionaire. A Dhanavan Purushaha, a person who donates for others, may not become a millionaire, but he is the Lord of people. He is just Lord for them, When you give 10 rupees for a person, you are the Lord of that person. When you help an ant which is going through the stream of water and you give a leaf to help that ant, you are the Lord of that ant. Similarly, the world is completely against this dharma way of living in the way of dharma. The whole life, what we see around us. In the mainstream, you won't see a dharmic person. Very rarely you are going to see a dharmic person. That is why teachings are important, how to live in this material world. Model will be very less in this material world. You spend your life in a sincere way, in the honesty mode. The more you are sincere towards the world, people and family, you meet with a lot of challenges. It is inevitable. Because a trustworthy person can only meet with the challenges. A person who is just playing drama in this material world, they will not suffer anything. They just fly away, But the trustworthy person, even though he gets suffered, he is in the right track. Of course, those sufferings will make him more matured. His mind will be accommodating the entire world, what we call Vedanta Jnanam, Atma Eva Idam Sarvam. That vision is there for that person without studying. When you meet with a lot of challenges in this world, it is inevitable for a dharmic person. When you start a life without doing any mistakes, you will go through a lot of blames, hurts, and a lot of criticizes from others. Anyway, you should follow that. I prefer, and my life, I do like that. The way one live in this world will decide how much money should come towards life. When you are a dharmic person, for your survival, there will be an amount of money coming by the Lord, because you get what you deserve. It will not be blocked by the Lord. God will not play any villain role in your life. Why? You get what you deserve. When you do certain good things in your life, in the right time, it will come in the form of conducive situations, as we know from Vedantic teachings. It may not be money, but it will give a lot of happiness in your life. In the right time, there will be a supportive situation. In the right time, you feel happiness because you have done something very good in your previous stages. When you help an hand, there will be somebody giving a helping hand in the right time. This is how the karmas, the roles and laws of karmas are like this only. It will come towards you. So you sow, that much you reap. So you do good things. The money and the family members, you love them in a special way, without expecting anything. That's why I told you Shankara is not against any relationship. Shankara is not against marriage. Shankara is not against money. One should work for money, but in a dharmic way. Then one may ask a question. Majority of the people are doing the mistake. How I can be only person who will be sincere towards this world? Majority can do mistakes. We are not a member in the majority. We are the unique person in the majority. You know now Vedanta. You know what is Bhaja Govindam says. So you live a life according to that. This is what I need. Without that, we cannot come out of that, really speaking. If you want to put the knowledge in practical, this is the only way. After listening, you cannot hold the book and you do whatever you like. No. After listening to that, you arrange your life. You make a schedule of your life according to the listenings of Vedanta. Create some values. Lose the greedy interest on money. Don't get argument with your family members, which is a wrong thing. If they want, let them take all your family treasures and the material things of your family. You can be in the street, still you don't get argued. Don't get any disagreement with your sisters, your uncle, your parents. What they want, let they take. You don't be a person who want to criticize them. You are doing the wrong thing, you are partial, you don't know. You get what you deserve. If you don't get also, fine. No need to worry, because a right person will be provided everything, whatever need in their life. Ananyash chintayanto mam yejana paryupasade. Tesham nithyavi yuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. That sloga itself is a satisfying verse, you know. You give up all these material things for others. I'm not talking about whatever things you have to give to somebody who is not eligible to keep that, you know. I am talking when a problem between your family members comes to the picture, And you also have a role. You just keep your role behind, Don't get argued, don't get disagreement with them. Even with the family matters, husband, wife, for for a small amount of food and a comfortable life, how much argument we will create in our life? We have a good bed, we have a good room. If not, it will come. We have a good food. What is the point of arguing? You didn't do that, you didn't do for me, you do that, you want that. Just simply relax. A person who has vision to the bigger things will avoid all these small things. He will make others to win small things. He is not interested to win in the small things. He is only interested in the higher things to get win. And they don't compromise with the higher things. They may compromise in the small things. You take my car, you take my house, you take everything, you take money, no problem. You just give me some mentally peaceful and harmony with the Lord. By studying, you should be free with your mind. If you give up all these things to others, you will have a proper way of understanding the things. I'm not talking tomorrow onwards you give up everything. No. What I am telling, you get what you deserve and you enjoy according to your prarabdha what is already programmed by the Lord. There is a program by the Lord. These things belongs to this person, he should enjoy. We cannot be jealous of somebody who is enjoying because he deserves to enjoy that. I will get what I deserve. I cannot be greedy for something which is enjoyed by my neighbor because I don't desire about that. So be happy with what I got because Lord is the Niyanta. He make all the things according to one's own karma. He provide and he will not block what you deserve in this world. Is not a hindrance at all. One should understand properly why God is not giving to me even though I worked a lot and hard for the family and the people. No. In the previous birth, you may enjoyed their effort. That's why you have to put effort in this birth for them. Again, I will repeat that sentence. In the previous birth, you have enjoyed their effort. Now you are putting effort and they are enjoying. No need to worry. You get what you deserve. And Yoga Kshemam will be provided by the Lord who are in the pursuit of moksha. Definitely believe that. Trust on that. Those sentences should be written in the golden letters in your mind. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Lord will provide my necessities. Lord will provide my things which are essential in my life. Lord will not provide luxurious things for a spiritual personality. Don't believe that. The more you go deep and deep to the spiritual things, you will lose a lot of material things. Don't think that I will get a lot of benefit in the material world. No, you will lose a lot of material things. They should go from you. Then only the moksha will be so clear. In order to get moksha, all the things should go away from you, from your mind and from your physical body connection, So, Niyanta, the Lord who programmed everything for everybody in this world will give the desirable things and what you desire in this life. May one change their focus towards the higher goal from these least things which are having a small role in this time. May one focus to the clear goal, what we call moksha through jnana. Then the third and fourth sentences are important. For moksha and to receive the knowledge, what is the only way or only solution? Trijagadi. Jagat. What we see with our eyes or what we comes to know according to the world. Three worlds. We can say our empirical world, one world. We can say Surga or the Devaloka as the second world. We can say Patala. There is a group of people living in an inferior way according to their karma. Those people are living in a place called Patalam, down below the world. So, middle world, empirical world, where we are living, this is one world. Then Surga or Devaloka and Naraka or Patala, the three worlds. Wherever you are in this world, only one solution remains to get moksha. No other way. Nanya pantha ayanaya vidyate. Purusha Suktam. This is the only way to acquire the knowledge about oneself and get freedom from this bondage of samsara. This is the only way. What is the only way? Sajjana Sangatihi. Connection with the noble people. Guru, traditional teacher. Getting connected with the traditional teacher is the only way. One and only way. For what? Bhavarnava Tarane. Bhava Arnavam. Ocean of samsara. Ocean of sufferings. Ocean of pain and death and birth. Bhavarnava. Tarane. Crossing over. In order to cross this world of suffering, pain, death and birth, the one and only boat is get connected with the noble people who don't take advantages of your situations, who give lot of relief right now what you are suffering, who are not interested in your personal belongings, who are not interested in your personal benefits. They are not interested on your money. They are not interested on your beauty. They are not interested on your belongings. They are just interested to make you enlightened. If you come towards them, they will tell the truth and you will get enlightened in the course of time. This is the only interest they have. A person comes to me and he is a punya purusha, a life which has acquired a lot of punya. So I need to deliver this knowledge properly for that person. This will be the only goal or only aim. This is the real teacher also. Shanto danto nivasanti santaha vasantavat loka hitam charantaha tirnaha swayam bhima bhavarnavam aheduna anyanapi tarayantaha. Viveka Chudamani. The lakshanas of a sadhu is being presented by some verses. One of the beautiful verses. They restrain their senses. They are calm and quiet with oneself. And they live as a vasantam in this world. Wherever they go, they will be happy and they make others happy with their presence. They need not to talk or blah, blah, blah. They don't provide a job. Just their presence. Seeing them itself, you feel a different aura in their face. Now, don't look at the aura of the people. Just I told in a way it came. I'm talking because of their lifestyle, what they are continuing in their life. You feel that this person is something particular. They will be very old, 60, 70, 80, but they are not interested on anything. They just come with their presence itself is making us very pleasing, Shantaha, Dantaha, Vasantavat Loga, Hitam Charanda. In favor of the world, they will live a life. They don't hurt anybody. They don't cause any trouble with their words or their physical actions. They will protect others if they are enough strong and capable with their spiritual strength, Tirnaha Swayam Bhima Bhavarnavam. They have crossed over this bondage, samsara, themselves, so that they can help others also how to make cross. Because everybody have different limitations. Everybody have different problems. First, we need to solve their personal problems. That will be the hindrance for the knowledge. We can only talk our personal problem to a trustworthy person. He will help in this problem. I have this and this problem. How I have to do, teacher? Then you do this and that and listen the classes. Thus, he will make others also to cross over this bondage of samsara. Very beautiful way in Viveka Chudamani, the Guru's indications are presented. Who is a Guru? So here, Shankara says that when you have certain amount of dispassion towards the bond, belongings and the things and money and the family relationships and your partner, that dispassion, when you created in one's life, then you have to do some other things in your life. Trijagati, in these three words, one needs to go to the traditional teacher in order to listen the knowledge about Atman. That will be the boat, one and only boat to cross over this world of samsara. No other choice. If you give an archana in the Subramanian temple, it's temporary satisfaction. Your birthday comes and the people gather around you and you are the hero. You feel a temporary satisfaction. You get promoted in your job, a temporary satisfaction. But your smallness is continuing. Your inferior status is continuing. Always there will be worries about your death. Always there will be worries about your future. Always there will be worries about your husband. Always there will be worries about your daughters, son, about your job. Lot of insecurities will be always there along with your happiness. These things will always putting you down and down again and again. So that inferior status will be continuing even you are happy. These are all temporary solutions. When you get a good food, you are happy for half an hour. When you meet your friend after 10 years, you feel happy to meet and talk with him. You can talk from your heart. A temporary solution. These things will not solve our entire problem, which is going to give again and again death and birth in this samsara and give pain and suffering. So Shankara points out, after creating the dispassion and discrimination in this world, looking to the material things, you need not experience everything in order to create a dispassion. You need not to touch the fire to know that it will burn your hand. You see some other got burnt by touching the fire. Similarly, all the experiences are not meant for us. Few experiences I grab from others. Few experiences I read from books. Few experiences I see and observe in the world. Thus, I get a certain amount of dispassion, indifference towards the world. I create this dispassion and discrimination regarding this material world. Anityam asukam logam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Atyandavandau kaunteya nateshu ramati mutaha. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkayonaya evade. Lots and lots of sentences by Upanishad and Lord Krishna presented about this material world is so much covered, is a villain in our life. If we go again and again deep and deep in this material world, that's all. With this samsara, with this samskara, we will go again and again through births in this samsara. So one should go to the solution which is told by Adi Shankara. Find out a proper guru according to your eligibility and listen to the knowledge about the Atman and the secrets of Lord and the entire material world. May one get matured. May one go through this listening for an amount of time, and that boat will take the person to cross over this death and birth cycle. This nauka means boat, to Bhavar Navatarane. In order to cross this Bhima Bhavar Navam, filled with the crocodiles, filled with the sharks, people are self-centered. People are selfish. People are having different desires, which we will not be enjoying if you come to know their desires. Really speaking, they have very horrible desires in this world. Among all of this, we have to survive. It's a very difficult thing for a noble-hearted person. If you come to know others' mind, what are the desires they are keeping inside in this mind, you feel uncomfortable in the life. Better don't connect with the world so much. In a need you connect and you give up the world and come to this spiritual world and listen to the words of spiritual teacher again and again and again. Habitual errors need repeated correction, because I took this material world as true. Now I have to come out of this material world, which is a habit, and it's an error which I made for years and years as a truth. So I need to correct again and again. So I need to listen again and again. This world is dramatic. This world is selfish. This world is so much pain and suffering. Again and again, when you listen, that will help you to come out of this entire samsara. A traditional teacher will. This is the meaning of this shloka. Now I will read the other slogan and I will give the explanation in the next class. It's also need a big explanation. Jadilo munti lunchita keshaha Kashayam para bahukrita veshaha Pashyanna pichana pashyadi mudaha udarati vittam bahukrita veshaha. I told you in the previous slogan that Shankara told one needs to listen the words of gurus. Traditional teachers' teaching is the only boat to cross over this death and birth cycle. He already mentioned in the previous slogan. Now we are in search of guru. To whom I should go and listen? Which traditional teacher will help me properly? I am now under a search of guru. I go for different places, different institutions. Lot of spiritual institutions are there. People are not traditional. They give some certain satisfaction, Morning, you open your mouth and laugh, ha, 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 ha. That will give some satisfaction for some institution. It's okay. Because people used to forget. People forget to laugh and smile. So they want you to remember that you have to smile a lot. See, a child will smile 200 times a day, seeing small, small things in their life. Every smile will produce a beneficial acid in our body, which will make our body more healthy and make our brain more strong to deal with things. The more you laugh, the more you smile towards things, small, small things, there will be, you don't expect always a Charlie Chaplin or Count Money appearing in your life to make you laugh. Small, small things are there in front of you to laugh, A small thing is enough for you to laugh. You have to observe them. Then you feel a comfort way of laughing towards them, You don't expect somebody will be always making you laughing. No. People go to movies. Why? Because they forget to laugh. If you can observe the world and people, lot of material is there to laugh. An animal, a dog, or a person who is walking through the street with a lot of things in the mind and everything. Everything is a piece of comedy. If you observe carefully. When you don't observe, you have to go to movie and you have to laugh. Really speaking, at least 200 times one need to laugh. When you are a baby, you were laughing like that. That's why you are having a healthy body. This depression, frustration, everything generated some unwanted acids and you become more tired. Now you have to reframe. Fresh, make more fresh of your body, giving some, laugh at others, make fun, enjoy without hurting others, very important thing. Okay. So I am in search of a guru to whom I should study. My eligibility will confirm which guru I will get in my life. Institutions will not help you, really speaking. 100 traditional teacher, if there is any institution teaching you Vedanta and Veda traditionally, then you go. All other institutions are waste. In the Bhashya, Shankara confirms in the 13th chapter, Asampradayavat Murkhavat Ubekshaniya. Shankara says in his Bhashya, if there is an Asampradaya with whoever it may be, there is no traditional teaching, you give up that person as though he's a foolish person. He may talk certain words. He may give certain tips in your life, but he is not teaching any Vedanta or Veda in a traditional manner. You give up the person, you are wasting time. That's the same point I want to tell you. So when we search a guru outside, Shankara gives through the shloka, there is no external indication for a guru. Long hair is not an indication as a good traditional teacher. Or a shaven head is not an indication for a traditional teacher. Or any orange cloth or a white cloth is not an indication of a traditional teacher. No external indication about a traditional teacher. This is being explained through this shloka. You don't search for external indication of it. A big beard is not an external indication. He can teach very properly because he has a big long beard. No. A shaven head, mundi, not an external indication of a traditional teacher. So Shankara wants to confirm when he say the only boat is the knowledge about the Atman from the traditional teacher will help you. In the next shloka itself, he says that in search of a guru, you don't search by looking the external indications. There is no external marks of guru. You cannot find a guru by looking his dress or looking his appearance. He may take you to a muddy pond. So he says that in search of a guru, we should be very careful. Through this shloka, he is going to explain, which we will see in the next. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்ல பார்க்கலாம். ஓம் நமச்சிவாய.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Dilip ji. Hari Om.